you're not going to embody the same personal style throughout your entire life. Good morning and welcome to the vlog. I hit record this morning because I feel like I've been having a little bit of an outfit identity crisis. Not just today, but in general. This summer, I think I don't know, I feel like I keep going to my closet and being like, I don't want to wear any of this. Today, as I get ready to work, I'm actually going into work. I thought I'd kind of record the outfits. And so I think it's gonna be like kind of an outfit heavy vlog. I guess all of this is to say, this is gonna be like kind of an outfit heavy vlog. This is the outfit I had in mind, like, I think it's cute, little, somewhat monochromatic moment. Okay, new outfit. Yeah, the problem is it's a maxi skirt. So, I don't know. I wanted to wear these shoes. So, like, yeah, I've been having some like back and neck problems, so I really want to wear like smart shoes. This skirt's a little tricky for me, and this shirt is just kind of my magical shirt that goes with everything. I'm kind of embarrassed how often I wear it. It's so confusing because I feel like I go from like kind of this like utilitarian vibe to like hyper feminine, and I don't know what any of it means, hence identity crisis, but I think I'm gonna go with this today, so. Okay, I'm about to head out for my work day. Kicking the day off with a bank run. Not the illegal kind, I'm just drawing money. But I wanted to show the accessories for the outfit because this is outfit themed thus far. So, I did these little hoops. They're like asymmetrical. Honestly, because the second one of this pairing is broken. And like, it seems broken in like a way that can't be fixed. Got my little red thing. Got my prescription sunglasses on, an important accessory for the summer for me. Hopefully I'm not boiling in this outfit. Like I said, it's starting out like mid-70s and then it's gonna land in like the 90s. I'm hoping everything is like airy enough, but I guess I'll let you know. I'm gonna stop putting off going to work now. Got out of bed, woke up around 9:45, it's now like 10:30. I'm gonna get my day started. Today Max is actually away, he's like upstate for the evening, hanging out with some friends from college. So I'm here alone. I'm probably just gonna kind of have like a nice slow morning. With my friend in the afternoon, we're gonna go to Industry City, which is like a shopping area in Brooklyn. I've like heard people rave about it and recommend it since I first interned here, but I've never been, so I'm excited to check it out. And then yeah, tonight I'm getting dinner with a friend who wasn't able to make it to my bachelorette party as like a little makeup thing, so it'll be fun. And yeah, that's where we're at. So at some point I will be getting dressed for these festivities and I'll check back in with you at that time. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking do like a little monochromatic thing, do like this top with this skirt, and then I'll wear it with like sneakers to make it a bit more casual, and it's still like dinner friendly if the day goes on that long. Different shirt on. I don't know. I think it's better. morning vlog. The last outfit that you saw is the outfit that I went with. and I'm just gonna go with it looked better in person. I did change the boots, but you know, I wasn't feeling like it was my absolute best. It was like kind of comfortable, but also it was like kind of way too hot. Like it was like deceptively warm outside. And then the restaurant we went to didn't have AC, so whatever. There were some wins and some losses. And this morning I'm feeling like a little ick because at the ripe age of 28, my body punishes me for any consumption of alcohol. And then I've got a lot of editing to do for this bachelorette trip vlog. I have a feeling a lot of my day will be taken up by that stuff, which is fine. I kind of knew this was coming, so. I've just emerged from an editing hole. I should go outside. It's like 3 o'clock. I'm gonna figure out something casual and comfortable to wear to probably just like walk outside and then immediately come back home because I don't know that I have any interest in doing anything out there. So, yeah. Maybe I'll pick up like an iced coffee. I've only had 1 cup of coffee today. Yeah. Okay, this is what we've landed on. Very sporty, casual. There's definitely been some like things I've been thinking about that I thought it would be fun to sit and chat about. So this week we've been going through me trying to pick outfits out, a very painful process, especially when I force myself to do it more than I normally would. It's been kind of nice. Like, I guess there's been pluses and minuses. Like, one of the positives is that I've been feeling like cute when I go out. Like, I think even just putting a little bit more thought, even when I'm kind of putting on an outfit, I'm like, oh, I feel kind of lukewarm about this. Like, I've still been feeling like cute when I walk outside. So that's nice. But, you know, the con is that it's like a headache to like try to put an outfit together every time I go to get dressed, especially on a day like this when it's like I'm just running far more behind than I would have wanted to be. But anywho, I think like part of my difficulty right now with like picking out outfits, I think some of it is just like the current trends not really resonating with me. And I kind of have this is like a theory, but my theory right now is that like the trend cycle we are currently in, or at least like the version that I like, I feel like it's more catered to people with like a lot of money or like, you know, have an interest in spending a lot of money on clothing. And like, I think part of my gripe is that, yes, I see cute outfits that people put together with kind of like current trends, but none of the pieces that are trendy seem very versatile. Like, I don't really see them living beyond the outfits that like they're being styled in by like the influencers, if that makes sense. And then like the piece itself is like a very expensive piece and it's like very interesting and it's very beautiful, but like it's also the kind of thing that's like so unique that you can only wear it like once a month. So like, I think that's kind of part of my difficulty, that it's like I don't even know how to shop for it because I'm really reluctant to buy a piece that I'm not going to be able to wear a lot. And I'm also reluctant to buy a piece that's like cheap, you know? It just so happened that like one of the podcasts that I listen to every week, the topic this week was about like jeans. So it was like clothing focused, which was kind of fun. I guess basically like the podcast was talking about jeans and how like jeans are kind of pushed by the industry and like advertising as like this staple, this like forever piece of clothing. The way they were talking about like the advertising of trends and how like the industry like pushes certain products, it kind of got me thinking about how I shop. Something that does kind of shape a lot of like my way of shopping is this kind of attempt or like intention to shop in a way that's more investment focused and like less wasteful. And something that was just kind of interesting that like this podcast like shed some light on, which kind of helped clarify my thoughts and feelings around this, was kind of just like this idea that like, because the advertisement is like basically trying to convince you that there is the perfect thing to kind of scratch that itch that you've been trying to scratch. So for me, it's kind of like feel cool and like trendy and like good in my clothing, you know, with the understanding that like it's going to last me a long time. That is what's advertised to me. Like that's the promise that's advertised to me, and like that's what I'm going for. And I am still stuck in the cycle of trying to get the thing, feeling not quite right about it, and then like seeking it again. And like that cycle is kind of the intention of the advertisement. It's tough talking about this stuff because it's very easy to make it sound like there's just like one person out there who's like, yes, I'm going to manipulate all of these people into buying these things with this specific message. And it obviously doesn't work like that. But like, if like advertising is kind of a means of like manufacturing needs for consumers, And it is, like, that's the role of advertising. So something like pieces that are investment pieces, that are like less wasteful, that will like last you a long time, like trendy versus timeless is very much a kind of regular conversation topic on the internet right now. I think especially on YouTube. And this idea of like personal style and like knowing your personal style and like capturing it perfectly, those are like really trendy concepts. And I have kind of like participated in them both because I do in part believe in them and like identify with them, but there's also been a part of me that's kind of pushed back against it. For example, with personal style, I've always felt like this notion that yes, you just need to know yourself better to like understand what your personal style is like a little bit too neat of kind of like a narrative to tie in like a little bow for anyone's life, because obviously bodies change, people change, circumstances change. You're not going to embody the same personal style throughout your entire life, or it seems like highly unlikely, because the idea that your personal style would be static is kind of grounded in this idea that like your identity is going to be static, and that's like not how identities work. The way identities work is you're kind of constantly like morphing and shifting into different identities and kind of impacted by the world around you, and like that impacts like kind of who you are, who you embody, like what identities you identify with, etc. So this idea that you can kind of like land on your personal style and that's just like where you're going to be at for the rest of your life, and therefore like that piece that you buy that is perfectly catering to your personal style like will be good for you forever and useful forever, is like a pipe dream. That's like the perfectionistic kind of like marketing, I guess, scam, if you will, that like you're kind of buying into. So this episode kind of got me thinking about that, because they were talking about how like, you know, you're just trying to find the perfect pair of jeans that make you feel perfectly good and they'll make you a better person. And like, I don't identify with that in terms of like the body thing, but it's like, I identify with it in terms of like, I'm shopping for like the perfect piece of clothing that's like perfectly situated in my personal style, that I don't ever have to feel bad about like having it be wasteful, because like it is my personal style and it's gonna last forever, and I looked for a high quality piece. And like there are a lot of companies that are kind of branding themselves in that way and trying to kind of cater to that desire in consumers. And this episode just kind of like finally gave me some clarity for that, because that's been something I've been battling with for a while, where it's just like that's always been, I guess, like a source of like strain for me when shopping. But particularly in this trend cycle, when I just like don't identify with a lot of the trends, or I think the trends are very specific to either very expensive pieces or like really cheap knockoffs that aren't going to last more than like a few fashion cycles. So I just kind of feel stuck where I'm like, well, I don't know what inspires me, because like maybe this outfit is cute, but it's gonna be dated the second I put it on. And like I do try to kind of shop in like a way that's more, I guess, thoughtful and like mindful of like whether I'm being wasteful, whether the piece is gonna last me a while, whether I'm gonna be able to use it in like a lot of different outfits. And unfortunately, I don't have a solution for this, you know? I mean, I think part of it is like, I would kind of like, and the internet obviously doesn't work like this, but an issue I've always had with this kind of personal style, like be less wasteful kind of trend on the internet, is that it puts a lot of emphasis on like the consumer and this kind of notion of personal responsibility. And like at this point, the clothing manufacturers are complicit in it, and that like some of them are actually advertising like the virtues of their kind of lack of wastefulness or like environmental friendliness, which is a joke, because it's like you can't be a fashion brand like manufacturing and or shipping things and like be good for the environment. That's like not how it works. And that's not to say that we need to like get rid of fashion altogether. I also think that there's like a level of unfairness to this pressure that women in particular put on themselves, you know, as if like their fashion choices are what is like destroying the environment. And it's just kind of a part of this like broader conversation where it's like the personal responsibility thing is kind of bullshit, because it's like it shouldn't be on consumers to like suss out which pieces are actually less harmful to the environment. You know, ideally we would live in a world where like, companies would have like the kind of moral drive to not produce things wastefully, but that's not really how capitalism works, because the incentive isn't to like save Mother Earth, the incentive is to like make profit, etc., etc. But anyway, this has been something I've been mulling over for a while, so I thought it would be kind of an interesting thing to chat through, because it is like, it's very fraught, I guess, for me. I do want to be like a mindful consumer, but I also want to kind of push back on this idea that like women are responsible for saving planet Earth, and women are responsible for ruining planet Earth because their shopping is just too wasteful. Like that feels too kind of bound up in like all the kind of cliche patriarchal, like, well, women spend too much money on clothing and they like shopping too much. And that's not to say that like shopping isn't wasteful. It's just to say that like women are socialized to shop. Like the department store was literally like designed around, I guess, ability and or like desire to like manufacture needs for women. And that continues to be the case in a lot of ways. So it's just kind of very convenient. And it has been very convenient to like kind of turn around and be like, well, women are bad with money because they just spend so much on shopping. And there are statistics that show that like women spend just as much as men do on these like kind of unnecessary like extracurricular whatever. Men just spend it on like experiences and like drinks and like stuff like that, whereas like women might spend it on like shopping. And there's just kind of an unfair emphasis, I think, when the trend is like, oh, you know, zero waste consuming or whatever. I feel the need to kind of point out like, hey, like it's great and noble to try to be kind of a better participant in like consumerism, kind of, and keeping the environment in mind and like not being wasteful. But it is also really important to, I guess, kind of acknowledge that like, you know, women are socialized to shop and be consumers, and women have also been punished for participating in it, you know, since they started being socialized to do it, if that makes sense. It's just kind of like a damned if you do, damned if you don't thing. So that's my rant. No idea what this does for my ability to pick outfits out, but we'll see. I did buy some pieces from ThredUp just in case, you know. Might as well try it. It's just like some medicine I can try out. If it works, great. If it doesn't, we tried, you know? And like, this makes me a hypocrite, but it's a little less wasteful than buying like new shit or going to Zara or whatever. Anyway. Hello again. Okay, so I think it's time to wrap this vlog up. It's starting to become very long, and I thought, what better way to close us out than a ThredUp haul? I'm very excited. All this stuff came in the mail today. And do I think it's a good thing to cope with style identity crises by shopping? No, but I'm a hypocrite. So here we are. And specifically, I've been wanting like a woven bag for the summer because I've had a few outfits that feel like kind of casual, and I found this in this great color. I don't know, there are some items in this that it's like I just stumbled upon it. I was like, wow, I really want that. And this one was like, oh no, this would make a lot of sense. It's got this like cool ribbon detail, and I think the color will go really nicely with a lot of things. And I also feel like having a little pop of color will be a lot of fun for a lot of my outfits. So that's that. And then a bag that I just like ran into that I immediately fell in love with, mostly because of the color, but also the shape is really great. It's this guy. I'm really into purples right now. I don't know what it is. I've never been a purple person, but that should be a lot of fun to style. Something else I've been looking for that I also just kind of stumbled upon and was like, wow, this is perfect, is like a good kind of cotton cardigan. I have a couple like really great 100% cotton sweaters, which I think are awesome pieces that are great both for the winter and for the summer. They're just like the perfect thing to kind of throw over an outfit. And I wanted a cardigan version. And then I found this Land's End one. And I think it's really cute. It is like, I guess just like little flowers embroidered in like the same color, so it's very subtle, but it's still very pretty. And then another thing that was just kind of like inspiration struck in the moment. Honestly, I watched this video and it was about like Parisian style, which I hate to admit because like that's a very obnoxious, I hate the way that like Americans kind of fetishize the French as if they do everything better. Like no shade to French people, but I don't know, I think Americans can be kind of weird with Europeans sometimes. Anyway, one of the things that she was saying was like a staple for her closet was like a white maxi skirt. I didn't find a maxi skirt, but I found like a midi skirt, and I had kind of realized that I had been kind of gravitating towards that full skirt look. It fits so well, so I'm excited to style this. Okay, and I swear I'm getting down to the last of them. Another one I wanted a dress I could just kind of throw on and have it be easy. And I already have this dress in like a red with orange, and I've had it for years. So funny, you can't tell at all what this is. I've had it for years, it's really great, it's very comfortable, I can just kind of throw it on. And I know I'll be sad when that other one dies, so it'll be nice to have, I don't know, like a younger, more healthy version to replace it with if I need to. Next, I found this really great, this was another top I just like came upon. I was looking for tops, I think I was specifically looking for baby doll tops because I feel like that's what's missing from my closet. And I stumbled upon this one, and I think it's so cute. I think it'll be really great for going out. Another piece that's bra friendly, which is hard to find nowadays. and I'm really excited to style it. As you can tell, I put all of these back for this video because I'm embarrassing, and I actually did forget one item, so one second. Okay, so the last piece that I got was this Lucky Brand tank top. Again, I was looking for tops. It would be kind of like a nice answer to like the frilly, comfortable top option. It is a little bit big, if I'm being honest with you. So I'll have to kind of like experiment with styling. Anyway, I think this is a good place to end the video. Hopefully these items cure me of my identity crisis. I doubt they will, but they'll be a distraction in the meantime, which is nice. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed, please like and subscribe. Lately I've been very much on a vlog kick. I think it will continue to be the theme of this channel, just kind of like what life is like in your late 20s. I live in New York City, so what life is like in New York City, you know, fashion stuff, interiors. Thanks again for watching. I will catch you in the next one. Bye.